We're back. We're back. We are back. Guys, if you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, it is Panel Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Hakeem Jordan, what's cracking lacking? What's cracking lacking? What is cracking lacking, my dude?
Feeling good. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Hey, man, we feeling good, man. Great, man. Let's go. Panel Wednesday, man. Let's get it.
Let's get it. So people want to know what is Panel Wednesday. Panel Wednesday means we give you guys an opportunity to join with us on the panels that we deep dive to different variety of topics. But Hakeem, not yet. Don't drop the link out yet. Before we do that, Jordan, what's going on in the sports world? What's happening over there, big dog? Can y'all hear me?
Give me 1 second.
Oh no, Jordan went out. So guys, thank you for you guys that's watching us right now on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you guys follow. And I can't forget the guys on Kick. Make sure you follow us so you never miss when we go live. Shout out to those that are watching us on Rumble and also X. Woo! It's good to go. You already know, first one in the building is, of course, Mimi's the first one in the building. Shout out to Mimi being here to win that. She's like, hey, welcome back, Jordan. Happy Wednesday, y'all.
What's up, Mimi?
What's up, Mimi?
Yeah,
shout out to you guys, man. What happened?
I say the hearts.
Oh, no, you know I can't do that stuff, man. But shout out to her, always the first one in the building. Shout out to those watching us on Facebook, Instagram, and Kick. Jordan, I don't know you can hear us. Can you hear us loud and clear, big dog?
Mimi, thank you for always coming over and supporting, baby.
I just have a Wi-Fi issue on my end, but I can still hear y'all.
Okay, you can still hear. So Jordan, sports. What's going on in the sports world, big dog? You freezing up, big dog. Jordan, you freezing up.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, but you freezing. But you was freezing. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I got Wi-Fi issue on my end, so please bear with us.
Yeah.
On my end, I don't know why it's acting all weird, but it is what it is. So hopefully I'll get it fixed, during the show. But let's go. Breaking news.
Okay. What's the breaking news?
Bill Belichick is headed to college. He's gonna coach the University of North Carolina. And that is one of the biggest shockers for this week, because he's been, coaching with the New England Patriots for the last 20 plus years, won 6 Super Bowls, one of the greatest coaches of all time. And we figured that, Bill Belichick, he want to coach in the NFL, maybe Dallas, the New York Giants, or other teams that might be available. But he decided to go back in college, and that was a 180 that no one would not saw, because at his peak, with his resume, why would an NFL head coach, one of the greatest head coaches of all time in the NFL, wants to coach in the NFL, one goes to the college? Crazy. But breaking news: Bill Belichick is headed to the University of North Carolina, which is shocking to all. So Hakeem, go ahead, play the video, and after that, we'll chop it up. The video's kind of long, but I'll let you know when I'll close it. And while the video's playing, I'm gonna fix my Wi-Fi.
All right.
Inside Carolina reports that North Carolina is finalizing a contract to land Bill Belichick as its next head coach. And for more on this, we bring in national recruiting editor at 24/7 Sports, Mr. Brandon Huffman. And Huff, it's a bad day to be a sleeve on a North Carolina hoodie. Your initial reaction to this news?
This is shocking. I mean, we've heard the buzz for the last couple of days, but I don't know that we ever thought it was going to get across the goal line. We thought maybe it'd be in the red zone, and then they'd ultimately opt to go a different direction. But now it sounds like it's happening. The trickle-down effect. What does this mean for North Carolina? They're not getting any younger at the head coach. They've got a head coach in waiting. Does this mean that Carolina is going to recruit as if, this is a very short-term head coaching hire for Bill Belichick? Is this going to be a longer-term hire? You got to go back to Bill Walsh in the 90s when he went to Stanford, leaving the San Francisco 49ers after he had won 3 Super Bowls to find the last Super Bowl coach who went back to college. We had coordinators that had done it, but this is considered the greatest NFL head coach of all time with multiple Super Bowl titles. but he's entering a completely different era of college football, one that's maybe heading into a pro model. But I don't know that any of us saw this coming when Mack Brown decided he was going to, say he was sticking it out, and North Carolina said, not so fast, my friend. Now they bring in Bill Belichick. This is going to be absolutely fascinating theater to watch.
Huff, this is an ever-evolving landscape, not only in recruiting, but obviously the way you manage a roster. And for a coach like Bill Belichick, who has been in the NFL for so long, what type of hurdles do you anticipate him meeting now that he takes the job?
Well, I think there's going to be, how is he going to relate to college athletes? All right. Well, how is he going to relate to an era where college players have more power than they ever had? Now, remember, in the NFL, you have guys that have power. They have contracts, but those contracts are typically not just 1-year deals. You're looking at 3, 5, 7, 10-year deals. In college game, we're now seeing essentially 1-year deals happening. What's he going to do the first time he snaps at a player, at a recruit? That guy's going to be like, well, I'm out of here. I'm going into the portal. And does he have the gravitas? Does North Carolina football have the gravitas to be able to replenish that? So it's going to be the interpersonal part that is going to be the most fascinating part to watch. You think back to another former New England Patriots head coach who went to the collegiate game, Pete Carroll, widely considered one of the best coaches in history, won national championships, won Super Bowls, but the ultimate players coach. Are we going to look at Bill Belichick in that same lens that he's going to be a players coach? So is he going to be able to relate? And also remember, when Pete Carroll got that job at USC, he was 49 years old. All right, Bill Belichick's taking it in his 70s. Can he relate to the modern college football athlete, to the high schoolers that he's trying to recruit? That's going to be the most intriguing aspect of all of this.
A Carolina program that desperately needs a change. They only signed 7 high schoolers in this 2025 class this past early signing period. They have 2 commitments that are still wait-and-see mode, edge Austin Alexander, as well as Elite 11 quarterback Bryce Baker. This is a program, Huff, that is a couple years removed from finishing 11th in the team recruiting rankings. That was back in 2022. In 2021 and in 2020, they finished in 14th. So they do have a lot of power. They have the pedigree. They've shown that they can recruit at a national level. But for you, when you look at that school and that program and maybe their expectations, what should the short-term expectations be and what should the long-term expectation be with Bill Belichick at the helm?
Well, I think the short-term thing is that you've got to turn Steve Belichick, assuming that he's following his father to Chapel Hill and is truly, in fact, the head coach in waiting. You got to turn him loose as a recruiter. I've seen Steve Belichick at a number of high school games and camps this spring, living up here in Seattle, where he's been the defensive coordinator at Washington. But if he truly is going to be the guy, he needs to become the face of the program just as much as his father does. Because if this is going to be your head coach in waiting, we need to see him as much as you see Bill. Bill's going to get all the attention. They are going to absolutely own the headlines. But now it's about getting out in front and showing that this is really the guy who we're going to be with for the long-term play. We need everybody to know that Steve Belichick is in play. And I also think that, Carolina needs to capitalize on the fact that they do have a very good recruiting base in the Carolinas, whether it's North Carolina, South Carolina, the access to Georgia, the access to Virginia, even dipping down to Florida, and really focus on those regions. But at the same time, you now have the biggest name coach in probably the history of the NFL coming to your college. This is the time where you need those donors, those boosters, the collective to open the wallets as big as they've ever opened them and now get yourself some talent to make that 2025 season an easy transition for Belichick.
I'm interested to see how many families decide to take visits to Chapel Hill just so they can meet with Bill Belichick in his office. This is going to be a really fascinating thing to watch on the recruiting trail as well with roster management. Huff, before we let you go, how does this signal maybe the change of the landscape within the coaching circles? Because we saw for a long time college coaches leave for the NFL because they didn't want to deal with everything that came with being a college football coach. But now you see Bill Belichick, a year removed from his tenure ending in the NFL, coming to the college game. How does this development change, or does it signal maybe a new era in the way we look at college football jobs?
Well, first I want to give Bill Belichick some advice. One of his former offensive coordinators, Charlie Weis, when he got the job at Notre Dame, thought it would be a great idea to go on in-home visits and bring his 3 Super Bowl rings, and that turned off a lot of people. Bill, you've got 6 of them. Keep them locked away. You don't need to bring those up. These kids know who you are. You're not an offense coordinator. You're a head coach. But you also now have to go essentially kiss up to a bunch of 17 and 18-year-old high school football players and let them know you want to be a part of their development. Sell the fact that you coached the greatest quarterback of all time. Sell the fact that you won multiple Super Bowls, that you developed and coached some of the greatest players that these kids grew up watching. You need to hammer that point home that you understand what it takes to get to the NFL. It feels like we're getting away from that in college football, where it's not about player development. It's not about draft position. It's about the short-term game of NIL. So you need to understand that Bill Belichick has to do that. But what he has as an ace in the hole is the fact that he has been a successful coach in the NFL. He does know what it takes to succeed in the NFL. And he needs to, on top of any NIL opportunities that North Carolina is going to make available, he's got to continue to sell his ability as a head coach and understand this isn't a job that you get to sit around after the season's over until the combine, until pro days, until minicamp. You're doing this on the clock from January 1st until December 31st, and then it's rinse, wash, repeat the next year.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting way to look at this. Obviously, he had a ton of success in the NFL, but also had a really good eye for talent. So how is that going to translate when it comes to acquiring talent and adding players to that North Carolina roster? Thanks, Huff. For more on this development, stay locked in to InsideCarolina.com.
Yeah, so there you go. Like I said, this was a shocker to me. I did not expect this coming from Bill Belichick, but he is headed back to college to coach some college football, which is at the age of 73. So hey, I guess he just wanted to coach. So go ahead, Hakeem. What's your take on Bill Belichick going back to college to be a head coach?
I love the idea. I think a lot of people are overlooking the thing that this is a little bit different than NFL. The Bill Belichick way, it's proven it's worked. Let's get that straight. I've lived in Massachusetts for 11 years. I've been there for most of the Super Bowls, even the day, and I've even been to Foxborough and seen Brady. The system, he brings the system to North Carolina, and if they just follow Belichick's system, it's a win-win system. Belichick doesn't need superstars to win Super Bowls. This is what a lot of people overlook. A lot of the players on there were mid-tier. Let's be honest about something. The greatest player on there was Brady. You feel me? And everybody else there, I'm not downing everybody's name, but Belichick's system made sense. His system was impeccable. He knew how to use people that was there. So he's coming to North Carolina where he's going to get untapped talent, and the system. I'm keep reiterating the Belichick system is going to make it a Super Bowl win for North Carolina, because North Carolina has been out the way for a while. Let's be honest. You know, Florida just been chopping stuff down, and Alabama chopping stuff down for the last couple of years. So hopefully with this, it'll be something different. Oh, he said Bill took the job to ensure his son gets a head coaching job.
Yeah, it could be because his son was I think he was a linebackers coach. He definitely was an assistant coach for him the last 5 or 6 years back in New England and everything. So that could be the point. Yeah, man, I'm shocked about this. I thought he'll wait a year, and because he wanted to turn to the NFL. He wanted out the previous season. He did interviews for Atlanta Falcons and another team too. I can't remember another team. And he's itching to being a coach. And seeing this happen, I'm like, oh, okay. I've never thought somebody Bill Checker at his stature will go and coach the college football team. But it just shows me with Bill Belichick, I'm just anxious of him, how he will build a program, which I think he will be. That's Bill Belichick, and also how he will recruit players. I'm definitely want to see how he's going to recruit players and everything. How fresh how Belichick, the mind is fresh, and the thing is he has about 40, more than that, 50 plus years of football, not just the NFL, college back in the 70s and everything, been a coordinator with the New York Giants, with what's his name? Lawrence Taylor, one of the greatest linebackers who ever played a game. And yeah, man, it's just, so I would, for the new University of North Carolina, this is a definite plus for that organization. And we will see that, in the next 2 or 3 years, can he build that program into a top 25, or maybe in the next 2 or 3 years build a playoffs, sort of like Deion Sanders did with Colorado and everything. So yeah, just like I said, this was a shocker to me. But hey, I believe Bill Belichick, even though he's 73 years old, I believe he can build a program. Let's see how, he can recruit, let's see what he can do with these NIL deals and also transfer portals if they want to play for him. And I feel like he'll get some players, absolutely. But college football is, even though it's something new for Bill Belichick. It's something different because he has to recruit. Not just only recruit, he has to go with these NIL deals, and also, getting people get a transfer program, go to the transfer portal and get players. And just want to see all that. But shout out to University of North Carolina, because this is a big thing for him. Go ahead, Ron.
Bill Belichick. Before I talk about Bill Belichick, let me get a shout out to Natasha Vincent. The mom mother is also in the building. Why High is also in the building. Keisha Nelson, Hakeem is in the building. I like Hakeem be having. Shout out to Keisha Nelson, that's also in the building. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to those right now watching us on Instagram. We really appreciate you. Quan is watching us right now on Instagram. Shout out to those watching on X, Rumble, on Twitch, Kick. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So Bill Belichick right now is going to college. Jordan and Hakeem, I think this is a great look. You know who you remind me of? The guy that retired from Alabama. Same thing. And everybody kept saying they both are the same the coach that retired. What's his name? God, dog, what's his name?
Nick Saban.
Alabama. Nick Saban. Yeah, they both to me, they like brothers. So it kind of makes sense for them to go don't get him off track. Too late. Hakeem's already off track. So him going there, I think it's gonna be a good look for college, and now there's gonna be a lot of players that are gonna want to play for it. Because remember, Bill Belichick is the one that coached the legendary GOAT, Tom Brady. So whoever's gonna be under him coaching wise, they're gonna be the number one scout for the NFL. So I know a lot of people gonna try to go for that position for coach, not for coach, but quarterback. But shout out to Bill Belichick. I think he'll make a dip. I think he'll make a really, really strong impact in that college team. I can't wait to next season. Oh man, I just can't wait for next season. Shout out to him. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss when we go live. Money. Moolah. Cha-ching. Jordan, what's going on with the money, big dog?
Let's talk about it. And this is something different that a lot of people don't know about. And we're gonna talk about tariff concerns going down probably to starting probably next year. So I think Donald Trump is trying to think about putting a tariff between international borders, mainly between China. And those people that don't know what tariff means, so tariff is a tax on the import or export of goods between countries. And it's a form of a foreign trade regulation and a policy that taxes foreign products in order to promote and protect domestic industries. And it affects the ports around the United States of America. Port of Miami, and it's really going to affect here in LA with the shipments between here and China. So we might see if it happens. We might see some regulations that affects that, some foreign goods that we might not see coming, to the U.S. They'll probably have to put, more regulation on it and everything, which will affect your dollar when you buy goods going out into a supermarket, going out to the clothing stores. It definitely can affect your dollar. So go out and clean, play the kid from Yahoo Finances about the situation, and after that, we'll top it up.
Chinese President Xi Jinping warning the incoming Trump administration against reigniting a trade war on Tuesday, saying there would be, quote, no winners in the event of escalating tensions. With more on what the ongoing trade dispute means for the industry at large, we want to bring in Gene Soroka. He is a Port of Los Angeles executive director. Gene, it's great to have you back here on set with us. Obviously, very, very timely topic. And I want to bring up a chart that Goldman Sachs actually just put out this morning. And they took a look at imports that we do see from China and what has played out in the past. When you take a look at the past impact of the U.S.-China trade war, and you can see it is the white line there that as tariffs increase, we clearly did see a drop off, maybe to no surprise, of some of those imports. I'm curious what the activity looks like at your port and whether or not you're noticing any trends ahead of the threat of more tariffs under Trump.
Well, good morning, Sean. It's so great to be back with you both on the set. This is real. Going back to 2018, when the first tariffs were put in place on Section 232 and 301 items, we saw big rushes of cargo leading up to milestone implementation dates and then huge drop-offs. Now what we're seeing is a repeat of that. A lot of run-up with the anticipation that something will be done. But we know there's a long way from the campaign trail to the implementation of public policy, and what we need now is a clear line of sight as to where and when this policy may take shape.
And we've got a chart I want to pull up too on your specific imports coming into your port in Los Angeles. And it's been interesting seeing the run up over time, but we haven't seen this huge uptick in the last couple of months following the election of President Trump. There was obviously a run up following May here. I wonder, do you think that that is based on what you're saying, that they're waiting for the actual policy implementation? Or what do you make of the trend that we're seeing?
Well, what we're hearing directly from retailers, manufacturers, footwear importers, and clothiers is that in anticipation of something happening, they are pulling inventory forward. This is real. And we've been at elevated levels all year, Madison. We're up 20% year on year. We'll wind up 2024 with our second best campaign ever in the 117 years, the Port of Los Angeles. But it's underpinned by a strong economy that's lasted a lot longer than some experts would say. And then three geopolitical issues: a dock workers negotiation back here on the East and Gulf Coast, drought conditions in the Panama Canal, which seem to have settled down, but fewer container ships went through because of the loadability purposes. And then the ongoing security issues in the Red Sea with the Houthi rebels, leading to Suez Canal crossings being down by 80 or 90%. All of those issues have pushed more cargo over the West Coast. The front loading started in the third quarter and is a little more pronounced, according to those importers, in Q4.
Talk to me a little bit more about the labor concerns, because one of the sticky points when it comes to the threat of strikes, or what we could see play out on the East Coast that obviously affects you on the West Coast, is that sticky issue when it comes to AI and how, or I guess technology, and how that will then be used here at the ports. How big of an uptick? Are you still seeing an increase in cargo, just given that the fact that that threat hasn't entirely gone away? And I guess what does that indicate just in terms of how those discussions are likely then or could potentially play out?
Yeah, the short-term agreement reached earlier goes through January 15th, and that leaves us 5 days between expiry and inauguration, and then much longer before Senate confirmations take place for cabinet members. So it's kind of an interesting time. The conversation around robotics or automation at ports is real, and it's the most polarizing one in our industry. What we've seen is that robotics can increase capacity at ports and terminals, but we can't leave the worker behind. And that is the crux of this negotiation.
So where do you find the solution on that?
Well, there are models. In Hamburg, Germany, as an example, there's a terminal that doubled its capacity yet kept the workforce intact, and over time it's grown. And I think that's where the start of the conversation happens. But what we've seen, mixed results operationally, and with the implementation on the West Coast of automation, we've seen cuts at individual terminals of 50 to 80% of that facility's workforce. We simply, from an economic standpoint, locally and broadly in Southern California, need that good knowledge and workforce on the ground while trying to grow the top line revenue.
How worried are your workers about this?
Very. Absolutely very worried. And they're worried not only for the jobs that are here today, but the skills that are necessary to manage greener technology and robotics, and for the next generations of workers that come into this industry.
So then how's that shape your approach, just in terms of the discussions that you, of course, will continue to have with your workers out on the West Coast, how that's shaping some of your strategy then going forward, keeping that in mind? Obviously, though, you need to cut costs, you need to be as efficient as possible. So it is somewhat of a balancing act of what you're talking about.
It is, and one of the central points of focus is the ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles building the nation's first goods movement training campus. So whether it be attract, retain, and bring in some of the younger folks for the next generation of work, or if you're more like my vintage and you need to be upskilled or reskilled, this campus, in part funded by the state of California's line item budget of $110 million, can lead us down that path. Now, it's going to be interesting because we want to train people who are not directly under the Port Authority's employ, but yet we're the first doing this, and we're out there really trying to pull together this community.
So as you look ahead to 2025, then what is your bigger focus? Is it the potential implementation of these expected tariffs, or is it the continued back and forth on the port strike?
You can't just look at one area. I think it's both of them and the geopolitical issues that I mentioned. But for every 4 containers, Madison, that we bring across our docks, we create 1 job. That's the economic benefit that's shared across this broader region that employs 1 in 9 folks, about 1 million people going to work every day with the efforts this port makes. So while we need a little bit of policy clarity coming down the line on tariffs and how we must pivot if more and more cargo migrates to Southeast Asia, we also have to keep in mind what we do to capture these elevated volumes and continue that throughput. On a last note, we moved more cargo between July and October than we did during the surge of the peak. We didn't have 1 ship backed up.
Well, and that says a lot just about efficiency. Gene, real quick, we'd be remiss not to ask you specifically about the holiday season. I'm curious just to get your thoughts or just your perspective, what you have seen, the activity, how that has stacked up specifically. I guess it might be hard to tell just in terms of how much of this is getting ahead versus some of the other issues that we've been talking about, but just consumer demand and the shopping. How does that compare to what we've seen in past years, just in terms of where things stand right now?
Yeah. I think inventory levels were in better shape. Warehouses were more fluid. And I know it's definitional now, but Black Friday number at about $10.8 billion in sales. The Cyber Monday number eclipsing $13.3 billion in sales. Overall, the retailers are pretty keen. Matt Shea of the National Retail Federation tells me that his membership wants to approach $1 trillion in holiday season sales this year between November and December. I think it's looking good for our retail community.
Ooh, shout out to the lovely Sapphire Grace that's in the building. Next level! It's in the building. Thank you so much, Big Dog, for being here. We really do greatly appreciate it. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to She's Rising Soul. Go right ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, so I want to read this before I pass to you guys. So United States imports made about $3 trillion worth of goods, $3 trillion worth of goods each year. The specter of tariffs can create a real leverage with nations whose economics will be crushed if they suddenly couldn't sell goods to America because Trump just imposed 100% tariffs on them. That's if it will happen, if he gets inaugurated and then he posts the tariffs, to China or even Mexico as well. So he said he got to January 15th to make a deal and everything, and well, it could be something, and like I said, it definitely could hurt some of these ports, especially here, in Port, Long Beach, here on the West Coast. So go ahead, Ronnie. Do you think that if Trump comes in, do you think he will possibly put tariffs when it comes to international countries?
Yes, because remember, Trump kept stating, he made it loud and clear, American first, American first, American first. So that means he's gonna focus more on American trade than mostly on international trade. So which means that's gonna be a better opportunity for Americans, also American companies, because a lot of American companies that is overseas are not gonna start to come back because they're gonna understand they're gonna benefit more. And now that's gonna be even more employee rate going to be up. And that when the employee rate is up, then guess what? More raises, more opportunities. So I think this is a really, really good thing because remember, one of the issues we was having when this current administration was a lot of foreign trade, which kind of put us in a deficit. So now he's trying to put us back into the green, and the best way to put us back in the green is America first. Go right ahead. I can't be muted.
Just like you say, for a lot of people who don't know this, I gotta say a quote that my cousin said. The people who are to blame is the American economy because we like cheap stuff. And the fact that we like cheap stuff, we want to pay $2, $3 for a yoga mat, $7 for a t-shirt, and this. Other places are not like that. Just to give you pure, just basic economics. But now we make other economies survive. The tariff is a bargaining tool. China been getting over on us. Trillions of dollars. They're building super highways. They're making billionaires every day because we buy their stuff. Drop shipping, all that. So the way we can do this, we as American people, we need to start producing more. And tariffs is this. We should be producing 90% of the products that we do. We have everything here. And you know what I mean? Shipping things off and getting things shipped over there. Don't get me wrong. I'm opposed to tariffing Canada and Mexico. They are our neighbors and we need them. But, you know, China doing sneaky stuff. They in Mexico now under new names companies building more cheap stuff so we can buy cheaper cars and this. And things are not even cheap anymore. Those days when we was going back to where things were cheap, dollar stores, all that's over with now. Right now, we need to have an economy that's strong and where they're forced to play by the games that we set the rules are. The biggest advantage is that we have the money. And us buying products is this. If we tariff everybody out there and make it expensive for them to sell to us, then hey.
Yeah, I think, for this, it might be scary for some people because how inflation is, we are paying, high, gas, groceries and rent, all that type of things. And I think people are kind of feared that, hey, wait a minute, everything's already high, so why would you do these type of things? Well, I'll just say this. I think, we have to, when it comes to, American goods, I can remember the time, back in the early 90s, like with especially with GM, Ford, and Chrysler, probably the GM, a lot of our warehouses and assembly lines, there was here in the United States, predominantly like Michigan, Pontiac, and also Flint. But once these car companies started wanting to spread out to different states, and not just different states, international states, when they moved their warehouses and assembly lines, it definitely hurt certain cities. One city that definitely hurt it is Flint, Michigan. If you ever guys went to Flint, Michigan, it just has some type of vibe. It's just like it is a dead city. And back in the 80s and 70s, GM had their plant over there, but they moved their plant to another place, and it hurt the city. And a lot of these, and then in the mid and late 2000s, when the economy was going down, we saw that these car companies like GM were moving to different countries and everything. So to I guess to have an international trade agreement, so it could work out best for the United States and for other countries. But I feel like if you want to make more money and not really get cheap things, I think a tariff can possibly work on the long term. I'm looking at it for long term, not really short term, but long term. Try to bring our companies back that the U.S. spread out to different countries and bring it back to the United States, where you can put this in different cities like a Flint. So let's say GM. I believe they moved the GM assembly line to Mexico. Whether you put that back to Flint will be booming again. It probably be booming like it was in the 70s and 80s because that was 40, 50 years ago. But it will be better for people to get jobs and, feed their families and everything, kids and all that type of things, and it can definitely
Yep.
help a city up the economy. And looking at the tariffs, if it might happen, not happen, this is a big if. But if it does happen, start, especially with China, because Akeem's right, China, they're definitely benefited from us, and if you look at certain cities like Shanghai, Beijing, they look far more advanced than some of these major cities here in the United States of America. So, am I all about bringing, Black American things to the United States? Absolutely. Do I feel like, if we got to put tariffs and put regulations to certain things, especially with China, to order, to bring more jobs in America and buy more American goods, I'm with it. I'm definitely with it, but I'm looking at it as a long term. So right now, it's just a possibility right now. If it can happen. But when it comes to, buying more American goods and everything, growing things here, having your own farm here, so simple stuff like that we can do here, in America. You can do it, and you can build on that. But I do want to see other companies that have different manufacturer warehouses in other countries. I really feel like if we can bring these warehouses back here, United States, I definitely see we can have a better economy long term. And that's how I see it. So, if like I said, if you put a tariff and it can work for the long term play, and not the short term play. Some people might be scared for it and everything. But if you look at the long term play, absolutely, I think this will work. So I definitely agree with you guys about when it comes to goods and putting more regulation to goods for other international countries and have more American goods here, because as Americans, it should be first, not China, not Mexico. Buy their stuff first. It should be American brand first. Everybody else be second or third. That's my take on it.
I want to answer a question to Blind Man. He said, "You are opposed to tariffs on Canada and Mexico. Their military should be then their military should protect them if they're invaded. Oh, they don't have a military. They rely on ours." That is true. They do rely on us, and that's the thing. Even then, Canada, as our brothers, the Canadians and the Mexicans are our brothers. We got to restructure the deal, because they getting over too. But I don't oppose to levying big sanction on them, because they next door. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
And we should just have a good deal for them.
Right. And the thing is, I don't think especially with Canada, I don't think we're not gonna have a problem with that, Hakeem, because Detroit, and Canada, they're right close to each other, right? And they build up, and they have an ambassador bridge in the tunnel. So what Canada's doing, they building another bridge, which is like 5 to 10 miles from the ambassador bridge. So they're building another bridge so it'll be more functional. So once they build that bridge, because I believe Michigan and Canada, when it comes to Michigan, that's like 30% of good in trading goods and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you build another bridge, for better traffic sometimes, because the Ambassador Bridge is Hakeem, there's one way in, one way out, and it usually close like that. So if you build another bridge, to help, help with the goods, everything with Canada and the United States, and like I said, Canada is building this, not just the United States. Canada, they're building this bridge and everything. So when it comes to in trading, goods and everything, it could work more effectively. So, and I like to see, how Canada's doing. Hopefully, Mexico will do the same thing. But China, too much cheap things here in China. We need to change that.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Jalen?
Hey, Jalen, give some hearts over there. All right, let's get into hip hop. We're gonna talk about
Jordan, you can't do that. You gotta say hip hop. There you go. Jordan, what's going on in hip hop? Sorry, I'm dealing with some family matters right now. Shout out to Jalen that's in the building. Jordan, hip hop. What's going on in hip hop land?
So we're gonna talk about 50 Cent, and he talked about Drake having an alleged hit list, not a hit list, an op list of people, who's feeling Drake and everything, and how he had fell out, some people that's in the rap game. So 50 Cent was on what's his name? Oh my God, Big Boy podcast, and you know they're having conversations about Drake and everything, and you know 50 Cent was giving this 2-piece about you know how Drake's feeling right now with the beef with Kendrick Lamar, and he's seeing how you know a lot of you know he might have an op list for everybody that wasn't standing were behind them or was feeling Drake, you know, they not like us music, and he thinks that Drake is having a big hit list that you know coming next year. Yes, I don't like to say hit list, op list, and I got the ops list, and it's in my face. So, yeah, so 50 Cent talked about, you know, that Drake has an op list, and, you know, he's going to come out big for next year. So go out, can you play a little clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Is the Ja Rule, is it deeper?
No, it's the same thing that you see Drake experience. So how did he just have... This is the op page.
Right.
He was just winning consistently more than everybody else in the culture. And then these people start to turn into people that feel like they're ops all over the page, big. Because they keep watching them win. And then you go, I want this thing forever, man.
Right.
I'm not sure you can have it forever.
Right.
Not forever.
So you guys remember?
So there you go. What 50 Cent said that he has an op list of how Drake is feeling right now, and you know, I mean, he feel like he does have a point about you know, because like I said, this was Kendrick Lamar's year. You know, he had Drake quiet majority of the year since They Like Us came out. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. I don't know. Ronnie Sanders' situation. But go ahead, Hakeem.
All right.
What's your situation when 50 Cent saying Drake is having an op list to everybody else? Rap game.
Listen here. Everybody's going to be mad at the person who's on top of the game. He's been at the top of the game for the last 10 years. Hits after hits after hits. Don't get me wrong. What he is guilty is sleeping with other people's women and taking other people's girls. Now that
I can't. Why you gotta go? How you gotta go there?
I gotta go there. I gotta go there. You know what I mean? But the thing is, 24 rappers have been way too whiny for my liking. It's an uncomfortable. Yeah, but when you have that many ops.
Yeah, well, he do got a lot of ops. Jay do got a lot of ops. So that was it. I agree with 50 Cent. I do agree with him. But it is what it is. He wanna live that type of lifestyle. So when you live that type of lifestyle, you're gonna have a lot of ops. And 50 Cent is the one that's already aware of when it comes to ops. Because remember that 50 Cent had Ja Rule. He had so many people. Who's the other guy? 50 Cent had so many people.
Yeah.
On
Fat
his
Joe.
list.
Yeah,
Fat Joe,
Dentist,
everybody from New York.
Yeah.
So he knows, so that's why he's able to pick it out and able to identify it. Shout out to 50 Cent though. I do agree. I get which I do agree with him.
Amazing.
Go ahead, Jordan, your commentary. Did Jordan walk away?
Jordan.
I know. Suffice say who made that list? Probably 50 Cent.
50 Cent. He probably did, but Drake do have a lot of ops. He takes a lot of people, girls, and he winning. So a lot of people are mad. They say save.
So light skin. So I can light skin win again because they taking people girl.
They always been winning. They ain't never stop winning. Imagine if you want to get into the white place, you need to be light skinned. A dark skinned brother's got to go back out in the fields.
Go ahead, Jordan. Your commentary.
Yeah, I agree with 50 Cent. You know, this is, you know, he got his ass whooped this year with They Like Not Us, and with Drake, you know, being at the top of the game for the past 10 years, you know, hit after hit after hit, you know, good albums, winning Billboard awards and everything, and then you know, now when you at your apex, you know, in the game, and then you know you start, you know, Kendrick Lamar, who's also to me a really big artist. Really big artists in the game, especially here in the West Coast, and then Kendrick came up there like Not Us, and that was just, you know, the song of the year. It's literally the song of the year, and you know, people, you know, all around the country, not just all around the country, all around the world, you know, it's playing this, especially also in your home country, Drake in Canada, and they played it as well. You know, I really feel like, you know, Drake. you know, there's some people that's like, hey, that people other rap industry was feeling. I feel like, you know, Drake, you know, he's really taking it to heart. We talked about a couple weeks ago, he's suing Spotify, Universal, saying that, you know, they water up the push the they like us to make all this money and everything, play all that type of thing. So yeah, Drake is definitely feels some type of way, and I feel like he has like outside of saying he have an op list, but he does have people in mind that say, hey, you know, I thought he was feeling me, but you know, you popping up with Kendrick Lamar, you know, and everybody's playing it on social media, everybody's bumping it in their cars, you know, the radio keep playing it nonstop. They like us at least 15, 20 times a day, and a couple of radio channels here in Los Angeles. So yeah, you know, I feel like I don't know what Drake will do next year. You know, what's his plan next? What is Drake going to do next year? What's his plan? Drake, what are you going to do? Because this year,
absolutely nothing.
Exactly,
he's rich.
Because I don't think he can't even do nothing till after the Super Bowl. Because I think Kendrick Lamar's going to kill him in the Super Bowl. So, Drake, man, I don't know what you got in store. I don't know, he might take another year off. But I'll just say this, Drake. If you going to come out, you better come out hard. Because if you don't, you're going to start. I'm not going to say you're going to straight down, but it's going to start going a little down. Like, going down and down. My take
suffice say the name on these lists doesn't make sense. That's why I say I think 50 Cent did it. Because it don't make any sense. But I do agree with him though. Dre do has a lot of ops though.
I said 50 Cent like to start pop a little bit.
Oh yeah, you do. Remember 50 Cent is a big bully online. He like to stir up drama. That's what he does. I don't know you saw the one he did with Jay-Z. That one was also bad. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad. Blessed be upon you, big dog, for being in the building. Thank you for 17 people that's watching us right now on Facebook. Not on Facebook, sorry. On YouTube. Thank you, YouTube family. Shout out to those 20 people right now watching us on X. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble, TikTok, not yet. I want TikTok so bad. You already know Twitch and also Kick. Shout out to you guys always watching this every time we go live. We really do greatly appreciate it. Guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Right now, we're about to get ready to dive to different variety of topics. You already know it is Panel Wednesday, so Hakeem, go ahead and drop the link. We give you guys the opportunity to join with us on these different variety of trending topics. Jordan,
dropping the link now.
Do your thing, big dog.
All right, let's go. Let's get it. I want to start with the topic that's on the topic right now, because I know there's other topics is going to get really, really good. So I'm going to start with the Caitlin Clark on this topic. So Caitlin Clark, which, you know, some people might be surprised, she won the Times award for 2024 Athlete of the Year. You know, her having an amazing rookie year, taking her team to the playoffs, which last year they was like one of the worst teams in the league. You know, she broke rookie records, also WNBA records, you know, shooting the most threes as a rookie, averaging, you know, a certain amount of points, you know, and her PR was very, very good. And, you know, and she was a phenomenon, one of the top players in the WNBA. And you know, us, you know, Kelsey's Radio, we talked about her a lot because, you know, she's one of the top players in the NBA. And so go ahead, I can play the clip, and after that, I want to add another thing with what she said about the WNBA as well. So go ahead, I can play the clip.
Now, but shout out to King Rooster. That's in the building.
I feel like so much has happened over the course of last year, from when I started my last college season and not knowing if that would actually be my last season, whether I was deciding to come back to college or turn pro, and now sitting here like I'm done with my first professional season, and so much has happened. And whether it was, you know, making the national championship game or getting the Fever back to the playoffs since 2016, there's just a lot to be proud of. And it all happened so fast, like it's hard to appreciate in the moment and kind of understand in the moment, but it's been fun to reflect on. I'm definitely more aware of signs than people think I am, and I think it's something really cool to look around before the game and see, young girls, young boys, and the signs that they're holding. So I think for me, the coolest ones are the signs that are, I traveled this far, I got this as my birthday present, or whatever it is. Like the young girls, it's like families or parents or friends or whoever it is are spending a lot of time and money to travel all this way just to have an opportunity to spend 2 hours watching me play basketball. It kind of puts everything into perspective. So I would say I really love those. Best concert, I would say Taylor Swift. And I wasn't even a Swiftie before going, but I think after seeing like the way she performs for 3 hours straight and the whole production, the outfits she wears, the way she doesn't stop singing, dancing, like it's just incredible. Like you're kind of just in awe after you leave. So maybe I am a full Swiftie now, I guess. If I had to pick any outfit that I've worn over the last year, I'd probably pick my.
So there you go. She won the, talk about where the athlete ties in the year. And she also said this too about the WNBA. She acknowledged that she has white privilege and also precious Black WNBA pioneers. And this is what she said, and quote, "I want to say I earn every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege. A lot of those players in the league that has been really good have been Black players. This league has kind of been built on them. The more we can appreciate that, highlight that, talk about that, and then continue to have brands and companies invest in those players that have made this league incredible, I think it's very important. I have to continue to try to change that. The more we can elevate Black women, that's going to be a beautiful thing." And that was a quote on Times Magazine's when she won the award. So with that, Hakeem, how she talked about, said that her privilege as being a white person in the NBA with her skill talents, and also present Black women that was she said that was built off of the WNBA and not getting it shine like she is. What's your take on it?
I wish she didn't say it. I wish she didn't have to do that for us.
Shout out to Will D. We see you, buddy, from Kent.
Shout out to Will D. I'm gonna tell you why. When you on a platform that's not yours and you did not build, what do you expect? They're gonna pick whoever they pick. You know what I'm trying to say? A lot of people, unless she feels privileged, she was a very polarizing figure this year. I'm not saying everybody else wasn't polarizing. You're only polarizing if the crowd follows you. Her jersey sales was up. People was talking about her. They was doing this. Yes, she been on Time Magazine. She's supposed to. I didn't see them running behind Angel Reese like that. Angel Reese was talked about in the hood. We talking about where the dollars matter. I like that she said that. I'm happy that she maybe can conceptualize that, but Mama, you don't have to say that. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people might not like what I'm saying. I'm a Garveyite. I believe in building our own. I believe in the Negro League. This is what I'm building. If I ever go play football, I don't expect to be a Hall of Famer. It's not my ship. I didn't build it. You feel me? I ain't expect to be one of the greatest or for them to induct me. If I'm there, I'll be happy. You know what I'm trying to say? People get mad when they put anybody on Time Magazine. But let's not get it. The ratings was because of her and that. And then she's came to the league. She's brought so many more ticket sales. A lot of white people are getting, she said, Hakeem, she said in light about the subject for others to think about. I understand that. They've been doing this, Sophia. They do this in the NBA, NFL, hockey, wherever you go. Anything that's produced in America that we don't control. This is nothing new. I'm happy she knows about it. I don't need her to stick up for us. I need us to build our own. I need us to build our own WNBA where Black girls and Black men, we can go watch. There's the big three there. Nobody don't want to go over there. Is there?
They will still, Hakeem. They're building now.
Yeah. But there's a perspective. I don't need her to say that there's disparity. We know that. worry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this to be very cynical. I'm happy that she's Time Magazine. It's a white platform. It's a white platform. They're gonna pick who the best thing. You know what I mean? So that's no problem. Build your own WNBA. Build your own BWNBA. Black Women National Basketball League. Build your own WNBA. I was about to say something, but I had to hold myself.
For me, you know, even when she was in college, you know, how, you know, she was very polarizing in college and then going to the NBA, that, you know, a lot of people, especially in the WNBA, look at her as a great white hope, as in, you know, she, you know, they look at Caitlin Clark and say, okay, we could market her really, really good. You know, she has very, very good skill set and everything. You know, hopefully, you know, the jersey sales, a lot of people more will watch, you know, WNBA, you know, and to see her. But I think, you know, one of the reasons that she's trying to say that is because, you know, there's been, you know, players that came out of college and
it's a comment. I already know it's a comment. He came out of nowhere with that one, man. Shout out to him, man. A new subscriber, man. He came out of nowhere. But sorry, Joey. Go ahead.
But I think, you know, one of the reasons why Caitlin Clark say that is, you know, kind of bridge the gap and say, hey, you know, there's been players that, you know, that were, you know, phenomenal in college who might be more talented than me. They came out to the league, but they didn't make the boom or shot like a Caitlin Clark. Or, you know, also, you know, the women that are playing the game that, you know, that are doing good, like an Asia Wilson for the Las Vegas Aces, or like an Asia Reese, who's an upcoming great WNBA player for Chicago Skies and everything. And I feel like she's trying to like bridge the gap. It's like, it's not just me, you know, there's other great players, you know, that played back then and also who's playing right now. And, you know, it's not just me. But the thing is, Caitlin Clark, for you, you know, a lot. You're one of the reasons that a lot of people is going to watch you play on television, who are buying your jersey sales, who are going, you know, go to your home games, or, you know, if you go to different cities, and, you know, tickets are going up because you're playing, you know, this type of sport. And also using that privilege and everything that, you know, I think a lot of people's not going to think about that, because, you know, if and how your trajectory is, as, you know, as in, you know, you turn the team around to go to the playoffs, and, you know, if you win multiple MVPs, you win multiple championships and everything, you know, I really don't think that, you know, the people is really going to think about the WNBA brand as a, you know, there are other good players that, you know, that are really, really good. No, they gonna look at Caitlin Clark and say, hey, she's probably one of the greatest players ever played the game. You know, she came to the league, she brought the WNBA to the next level. You know, ratings are up because of her, tickets are selling because of her, and it's gonna be a narrative. You know, if she's gonna be one of the greatest, they gonna say, hey, it was Caitlin Clark that brought up, you know, the WNBA player because of her privilege and everything. And when it comes to like the black women that played before and played present and is going to play in the future, I feel like that, you know, in the narrative for the next 5 to 10 years, if Caitlin Clark is that good, it's going to be that, hey, you know, it was because of the white woman like Caitlin Clark who brought into the league. It wasn't even the black women who I think there are black women that are talented her that brought in the league. They gonna say that Caitlin Clark, you know, as a white woman, she brought the league up and everything. And, you know, even though we know that, you know, black women build the league and everything, it all's gonna focus on her, and she, you know, win championships, win MVPs, and they gonna say, hey, Caitlin Clark was the great right hope of the WNBA. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Caitlin Clark, you already know me. I gotta look at the stat. So according to ESPN, when she over there on the Fever, Indiana Fever, over there on the WNBA, she averaged about 19 points a game, 5 rebounds, which is good, and 8 assists. Don't knock my yours like Steph Curry. That's right.
And we heard 3-point percentage too, Monica. That was good as well.
No, her 3-point percentage is amazing. It's like what, like going on to 80%. She's an overall great player. I'm not gonna hate on this white lady. I'm not gonna hate on her. She's a real ball player. So that's why it makes sense for her to be athlete of the year. Even though I was rooting for Angel Reese to be athlete of the year, but she just didn't cut it. Angel Reese, pretty much, she averaged enough rebound, like I think 12 to 15 rebounds a game, 10 points, and probably like 4 assists. So that's why it kind of makes sense to go with Caitlin Clark on this one. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Every time she watched, a lot of people say she was exciting. It was pretty much watching Steph Curry out there, pretty much on the court, and she did it. So it makes total sense for her to be athlete of the year. Shout out to her. Next year, Angel, be next year. Please be the next one. Cause Hakeem, you already know, and Joy, you already know. She's so fine. So I'm like, yes, be athlete of the year. Jordan, you muted. She is, and Hakeem, you even had Shaq trying to holler.
Hey, if she can learn how to shoot, she needs to learn how to shoot. If she learn how to shoot, because she can rebound and everything. If she can learn how to shoot, she's gonna be dangerous.
But think about it. Shaq was not a good shooter, and Shaq still dominated the game because Shaq was overpowering and also getting rebounds.
But for her height at 6'3", because she's not the tallest, if she can create the shot and really space the floor, because she's a great rebounder, because she can put it back in. If she can space the floor, she'll be dangerous. She'll be dangerous.
Hey, right, how you right about that one? She's good too. Both of them are ballers. Both of them. Yeah, I can highlight that comment. Both of them are ballers. With wide high. Both of them like they ball to the T. So I do agree with you on that. But shout out to her. She deserved to win. Enough said. Shout out to those watching us right now on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to those watching us on X and also Rumble. Thank you guys for tuning in every time we go live. Moving forward, Jordan. Oh, Hakeem, the link is not dropped. Now I think why people not coming up. The link is not dropped.
No, I dropped it.
It's not there. For some reason, it's not showing up. I don't see it. Did you pin it? Oh, you didn't pin it. You pinned it?
Yeah, I pinned it.
Okay, good. So, guys, the links are dropped. Don't be afraid. We don't bite. Come on out here, engage in different type. Come engage with us. We deep dive to different variety of topics. Go right ahead, Jordan.
I want to talk about what Herbo say. Herbo Kevin.
I'm gonna say who's Herbo. You know who that is?
Yeah, no, I don't know who that is. First, I want to mention this. When they played such at an exceptional level. We didn't even know they was white or they was black. I mean, I sure enough didn't know Tiger Williams was a black man. I just seen Tiger. You know what I mean? Tiger. And when I first seen, I said, "Oh, he's a black guy." But no, they didn't kiss that.
But I thought back when you remember the Chappelle show, they did the racial draft.
Yeah,
we drafted him, so he's black, right? We drafted him.
Yeah. He did draft him.
He's full black to me. We drafted him, so he's full black. According to the Dave Chappelle show, the racial draft, we drafted him as being the
racial draft.
Tiger Woods is black.
Oh my God.
Well, all right, people, let's go to the next topic. I feel like these people's gonna love this topic, and we're gonna talk about college wide receiver Travis Hunter, who is going for the candidate with a Heisman Trophy winner. But I think it was his last game, right? So him and his fiance went viral because they won the game, right? And Travis Hunter was trying to hug, his fiance, and try to kiss her, and she didn't want to be kissed. And she thought she had a problem. And the problem is, like I say, he believed that allegedly that he was looking at cheerleaders, because there was one play, right, when he caught the ball and ran out of bounds, and he was there, and there was cheerleaders there, but he was staring at the crowd and went bye, but looking at the Beyonce face, she felt like he was waving at the cheerleaders and everything, and that had a viral moment. I'm saying, like, when it comes to, you being racist and everything, might have some type of insecurities because you're not worried about him winning the game. You worry about something else and everything. And that went viral, and we think, and a lot of people be looking her up and everything, and they say that she allegedly worked at a strip club, allegedly worked at a strip club in Atlanta and everything. And kind of how they met, as in, there was a video they did on Instagram of him saying, at first that he wasn't that type at first because he Travis Hunter is at the time, and then she realized what she is and how big of a recruit he was, and him getting an NIL deal, getting money, and also potentially goes to the NFL next year. They feel like she hopped on him because he's going to have a successful future in the college, which he is, and also in the NFL. And this went viral, this past weekend. So go ahead, I can't play 2 clips. Play the first clip when he won the game, and then after that, play the reaction of Travis Hunter talking about the situation that went viral.
All right. Oh no, he says Lexi is dangerous. She has the best 3-point percentage in the league.
She do.
Yeah.
She averages close to 9.
Will certainly have an incredible last memory of taking the field with his sons, Shedeur and Shiloh, here at Folsom Field at home. Coach Prime will certainly have an incredible last memory of taking the field with his.
But all the talk after the game was the interaction between you and Leanna. Do you want to just clear it up? One, what she means to you, what she's done to you, how long you guys have been together, but also what happened in that situation?
We've been together for a long, long time. She's like my closest to everything she is. She helped me with everything, It's kind of hard sometimes, but she's always there. So that's pretty much. And then, she's a girl. It's a lot of stuff that could be happening in the stands. People don't understand that. Like, she might look irritated towards me, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff she deal with during the game. There's a lot of stuff people don't see off the camera. So I just let people talk to me. I'm just a big troller, so I just troll the internet. So I really don't care what they think or what they say about her. So I just go in there and troll. They talk about it, I post her.
Yeah.
So just make them even more madder than what they are. So they just try to find something to hate. They try to find something to bring up on our relationship, but ain't nothing there. There's nothing you can find because I love my woman.
Yeah. You just want a little sugar, huh?
But all the talk after the game.
Yeah, that's it.
You just want a little sugar. I saw you trying to get you a little sugar.
I still got it. So it didn't even matter.
But even with all of that, like, I think if it were, this player who wasn't, as big as you are, it would have been swept under the radar. But you're the best player in college football. And it comes with the territory. Like, have you gotten used to all of that attention?
Yeah, I've been used to it. It don't bother me. Like I said, I like to troll the internet. Just as much as they hate on us, I like to troll them and make them even more madder. So it really don't get to me. I look at it and I laugh at it and I keep on moving on. Yeah, that's it.
You just want a little sugar. I saw you trying to get you a little sugar.
I still got it. So it didn't even matter. It didn't even.
Yeah, so reason he kind of went viral at the moment. They feel like she wasn't being appreciative and everything. She had some insecurity issues when he was trying to kiss her and everything. She was worried about the wrong things. And a lot of people feel like she might be kind of a gold digger because at the time he's really not her type at first, but know who the guy, Trevor Hunter was, being a top prospect, also going to the NFL. They felt like, he's going to be a problem in the future. I think, I'm going to get on him and have and I feel like it's like gold digger vibes when it comes to her being with Travis Hunter. And so, yeah, they said he has some history in the past. That before they was together, she had on her Instagram that there was stuff that that she had there before that they got together, and then when they got together, she erased a lot of stuff and tried to be like a cool cut queen type of girlfriend, and a lot of people think that she's a gold digger. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on I know you saw this viral moment too. You heard people talking. So what's your take on this?
She is a gold digger. If you ask me, she is a gold digger. Because allegedly they say she was trying to talk to someone else before she started talking with him. Now, right now, Travis is upset about people talking about she is quote unquote a gold digger because he's not, because he's truly in love with her. Sometimes your eyes get blinded when you're in love, but you gotta pay attention to detail. The detail show you that she's a gold digger. She's an opportunist. Because remember, you're gonna be in the NFL, probably a hot player. You trying to get her dibs in. And remember, that's one thing they always preach about, especially when it comes to college. They say women gonna come from all of the woodworks, even older women, because they're trying to get that gold mine, which is you, Travis Hunter. So I think with him, he's just gotta be more careful. But I think right now, if you ask me personally, Hakeem and Jordan, she is a gold digger. Go right ahead. Hakeem.
You know, Dion talked about this at
yeah, Hakeem, you good.
Yeah, Dion talked about this. And the thing about it is, like, you met somebody at a strip club. You met her at the strip club. This is not somebody you met at church. This is not about somebody, you met at school. This is not somebody that you was introduced by somebody. I would have better off he was with a white girl. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just look at the optics of it. You know what I mean? You met somebody at a strip girl, she's going to get, 90% of women are gold diggers. I'm not going to disagree with that. You know what I mean? The only time you know when a woman is truly with you is when you go broke. And let's see if she's going to be there if Travis Hunter get his leg broken. Oh, Lord Jesus, I want to see. You know who really love who? You remember Ray Rice?
Yes.
You remember what he did in that elevator? We're not going to say, right? Guess who still's with him?
Wow. She's still with him.
She's still with him. Listen, he's
They
banned.
got married after that. They was engaged, and after that
they was engaged. They got married. Listen. He lost his football career. He gave back. Didn't he have to give back some of that money?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah,
he did.
He had to give back some of that money.
That's a fact. Yeah, he had to give back the money.
I'm talking about it was in a dual kit. I seen the video. I replayed it.
I can't stop with your.
My bad. It wasn't nice.
Man.
But the thing about it is, she still stayed, knowing they was gonna go back to move to their small town and not in no mansion. That's real love. After you a dual kit somebody, humiliate her on the elevator camera, and she still stayed and still had a baby, knowing he got to go back to the steel mill. That's love. So I don't know what Travis Hunter girl gonna do. I'm waiting to see when Travis Hunter go broke. I might be 60 by then. Then we could, you know what I mean? Then we might do a flashback scene and say, "Oh, I did."
No, but I can't. It seems like you're trying to pray for you trying to pray for his downfall, man. What are you trying to do, man?
It's already downfall. He's gonna get in the league. Once you get in there, it's over for you. Girls, smokes, weed, fancy cars, your credit going bad.
But his dad is there to help him. I think his dad is going to help him along the way.
90% of these guys go in the NFL and lose a majority of their income. Most NFL and NBA players leave broke. It's a fact.
Yeah, but that is Hakeem. But he's that, you know, he's talented, dog.
I don't care.
And
I get it.
Remember who his coach is.
Yeah. But let me tell you something. I don't care how talented he is. He has a lust for finding things. He's gonna go in there, get the Gucci, the Prada. I'm just waiting for these guys to go broke so they could be sitting with me.
I think he has a now. He has an NIL deal. He gets millions already.
Listen, those millions are gonna get spent. He got a whole hood to take care of. He got the whole block to take care of. What you mean? I want to see you go broke, please, Lord Jesus. That's all I got to say.
Come on, Hakeem.
Go ahead, Jordan.
When I saw that clip, to me that was definitely a red flag for sure, because that was the last game of the season. He had a really, really good game. Actually, they won a game very close too, and then she worried about something else. I mean, that's serious a red flag. But the thing is with Travis Hunter, it's like, I just feel like, you know, that at first when the fiance saw Travis Hunter the first time, he felt like he probably was a goofy. and he probably don't mess with goofballs till she found out who he really was and what the potential he could make in the future. And that's why he kind of stayed with her, you know. Travis Hunter, I think he's blinded, you know, he's wearing glasses. I don't care what nobody thinks, I'm messing with her, you know, and he really likes her. But the thing is like, I really feel like that she doesn't really like him as he really likes her. And I think he's in there, you know, just for the money. You know, I really think, you know, have they grown with each other to deal with each other, like with each other, absolutely. But yeah, when it comes to the NFL, you know, he's definitely gonna be a top 3 pick for sure. You know, receiver or cornerback, you know, and I've kind of have a feeling he's gonna win the Heisman Trophy as well, because you know what he did, you know, this year's in the University of Colorado, you know, playing offense and defense, all the snaps that he's playing, and been dominant on both sides. He's definitely gonna win the Heisman. And, you know, he's definitely going to be a top pick in the NFL. But I just hope that Deion Sanders gave him some wisdom when it comes to girls like her, which he did. And I hope that Travis Hunter, when Deion was speaking to her, and they go out one ear, go out the other ear, because of, you know, she looks good, because she looks good.
Oh,
Travis Hunter, please, 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 if you're going to marry that girl, prenup. Don't be like my boy love to Tyreek Hill. Don't be like no Tyreek Hill. Please don't be like no Tyreek Hill. You married. I mean, he has you know, he has different babies, different mamas, but I believe with the baby.
Oh, he's at number 11.
Huh?
Oh yes,
he's at number 11, I think.
Yeah, and you know, and Tyreek, you know, to me, you know, when he's done, I think he might be broke, because even though because Tyreek. Looking at Tyreek Hill, how he mismanaged with his kids and everything, I don't think he's going to have his money. But Travis Hunter, I hope you have the hope, if you're going to deal with somebody like her, if you're going to marry her, please have a prenup ready. We're just looking out for you. We all looking out for you. We just don't want to see you go bad and everything.
No. Let him crash out, Jordan.
Yeah, no, not that, but sometimes life got to be a lesson for him. Because remember, he's young. Let him experience.
That's true, but I'm just saying that.
Gotta let him experience. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that because he is a good kid and he has a supreme talent. You know, I am a believer. Like I said, if you're gonna learn the hard way, you're gonna learn the hard way. You're gonna the easy way to learn the hard way. You're gonna learn the hard way, and that's on you. You just gotta find a way to be up. But you know, me, I just think, you know, Trevor, because he's a great talent. He's a good kid, and you know, this do right, because if you don't. Hey man, she might be a hellraiser. We just don't know it. She might be a hellraiser. I just want to say that.
Yeah, but shout out to those guys right now watching us on X, Rumble, Twitch, and also Kick. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to follow. I can't stress it enough. Make sure you guys follow so you never miss when we go live. Shout out to those watching us on Instagram and also Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in. And also, you already know we love YouTube. Shout out to you guys right now watching us on YouTube. Go ahead, Jordan. Moving forward.
All right, let's get to the next topic. Let's talk about Dr. Umar. We haven't talked about Dr. Umar in a minute, but he was back on Hustle Culture podcast with Nick Cannon. And, you know, he was talking about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, which I don't know if she's a doctor allegedly, how, you know, she was on the Nick Cannon show and Cam Newton show. And Dr. Umar was making a point of how Dr. Cheyenne is just like Nick Cannon and Cam Newton. I'm going by the same personality traits. And Dr. Umar kind of breaking down what he was talking about. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Believe that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is quite possibly the same personality type as Nick Cannon and Cam Newton. I believe that all three of you are serial monogamists with narcissistic tendencies. First of all, serial monogamy and narcissism go together. The narcissist, grandiosity, too important to commit one's emotional resources, to not want to invest emotionally. When I look at a woman that beautiful without a child, The marriage, I can understand. It's slim pickings for sisters. That beautiful without a child, that was deliberate. And I believe that she may be an example of one of our sisters who says they're waiting for the right one, but may not necessarily be waiting for anyone at all. But because it's expected of me as a black woman to get married, I need to have a justification for why I am not. I believe that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is quite possibly the same personality type as Nick Cannon and Cam Newton.
So, as you can see, Dr. Umar explained about, being the same person when it comes to personality traits and everything. And, Dr. Cheyenne, she's having viral moments and everything for the past couple months, being on Cam Newton's podcast, Nick Cannon's podcast, being on the Breakfast Club, and also I think she's have a TV show on Fox Soul as well. I forgot what it's called. And, she's having a moment and everything. I will go with you Hakeem, what Dr. Umar was saying. Do you feel like Dr. Umar has a point when it comes to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, how, she presents herself in a way when it comes on these podcasts and having similar personality traits with the Cam Newton and Nick Cannon?
I agree with him 100%. I think she's an egomaniac.
Wow, egomaniac?
I agree.
Egomaniac. I think she suffered from pretty privilege.
Yep.
I think she suffered that she's very well versed, that she's educated. That she
how did she look anyway? I don't know how she looked. You got a picture of her?
She's bad.
No, she's bad. She's a baddie. She has a baddie look.
Yeah, she had a baddie look, but she's an educator. I think she's very pretty, very privileged. So she feel like she could just put off.
You seen her, Ronnie? I don't know you saw her body, but you seen her.
It's gonna bite her in the butt like Claudia Jordan and all the rest of them. It's gonna bite you in the butt.
I'm seeing her profile real quick. So
I want to see her profile. I want to see how bad she look. So I don't know. What Dr. Umar trying to holler? What are you trying to do?
No. He was just saying he believes she's a serial monogamous.
Oh, a serial. What is that? Break it down to me, Hakeem. Break it down.
Like somebody.
I'm part of the audience right now. Go ahead.
Like somebody who just not really into getting into no relationship or something like that.
Yo, Busy Yao is in the building.
Hey, Busy Yao got to give us an update about that girl.
He did. He was trying to give us an update last show, but he never said anything. I was waiting for him to say anything. Busy Yao. But most pretty girls do have multiple men. I realize that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have multiple men and they play like they want a monogamous relationship. Go ahead. But then they get mad at the man that say he don't want a monogamous relationship. Now that he want to be like a polygamist, they get mad at that man. I don't understand. You see the double standard, Hakeem and Jordan?
Hold on,
it's ridiculous. Yeah, let's see the profile. Let's show the audience the profile.
She bad. You don't know who bad, boy. She bad.
Hakeem, why look like you sweating, like you about to drool?
No. She bad.
Oh, he said he went bowling with her. Bro, tell us how the experience went. Do you do a third strike? Yeah, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
She's bad.
Yeah, she like a hood dude, Hakeem. She like hood. You gotta be a hood for her.
Yeah, we do. We know it.
She want that. Listen. What you, baby? They say you need a thug in your life. Them busters ain't loving you, right?
Yeah, she probably one of the thugs, Hakeem, that turn into turn to white collar, but it still have a little thug in them. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, she got some nice legs too. Her legs.
Yeah, you can. But if you look here, you could tell that she's a little bit older. She got to be in her 40s.
She's in her 40s.
I don't care if I'm 40 years old, bro.
I can tell you.
Hey, Hakeem, age is just a number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but she look good. She's very classy, very mature. She seemed well spoken. Yeah, you're right, Jordan. I've seen her before. She's well spoken.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it do look like she got some work done though.
Yeah.
With me, when I first heard it, I'm like, okay, we talked about her Cam and everything. We thought she was cooking and everything. But when I was listening to Corey Holcomb and he said he was a bust down, I was like, what you talking about a bust down? And he said, just listen. And so when I kind of listened to how she talked, or how she said she has being a doctor, she doesn't sound, I mean, she sounds articulate, but she doesn't sound professional. And what I mean by being professional is, you know, when you talk about people that has problems, you know, you don't attack their problems, you know. When you're a professional psychologist or therapist and everything, doctors and everything, you don't really, you know, talk about the cause about their problems. You know, you talk about what they have and how you can fix it and everything. And that's what professionals do. But what, you know, she's doing, you know, also, you know, getting clout. And, you know, last week, remember, she was talking about Neo and his situation of him being in a relationship with 3 other women and everything. And he was saying, like you said, he said, like, he has a problem, you know, he's a womanizer, you know, he doesn't want to, you know, he was married and he never wanted to practice marriage no more. He just want to do what he do and he should be married and everything. And a lot of people thought, and she was trying to go viral with that, but there was a lot of people saying, you know, kind of looked at that kind of sideways because, you know, Neil, you know, says, like, hey, this is where I'm happy at, this is what I want to do, this is what makes me happy and everything, you know. And a lot of people thinking of looking at side eyes as, you know, putting kind of pull more hate towards Neil in a way. And you know, I feel like, you know, once the street, she's trying to, you know, say something else to go viral and everything. That's what she's trying to do because she's on a hot streak right now. Going back with Dr. Umar was saying, I really do agree with him 100%. Wherever you said, Hakeem, I agree with the thin sub and everything. You know, I just feel like, you know, she's going on a viral moment. You know, really trying to get on people and see, you know, she's a doctor and everything. Allegedly, she's a doctor. We don't know. We don't know if she's a doctor at all. Because, you know, we try to look, you know, now there's people try to look for her background and everything, a college she went to, but they can't really find, you know, the doctorates that she has of her being a doctor and everything. So a lot of people that she's not really a doctor. She's using a doctor as like a Dr. Dre or something like that, of there being a professional doctor. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with Dr. Umar 100%. You know, her having the same personality traits and everything as Nick Cannon, and also and Cam Newton, because, you know, she's beautiful. Yes, she's very, very beautiful. But looking at her, her, not having kids, which might be her choice and everything, or, never been married or something like that, which is her choice and everything. You would think, her, being, very articulate and, very smart and everything, married, she's been in a long-term relationship, maybe possibly having kids, but, if you look at her, say she's looking for somebody, but I don't think she's looking for somebody and everything. That's just me. Mm-hmm. That she does have same personality traits, as a Nick Cannon or as a Cam Newton. But the thing is, I just believe she's on a high streak. But I think next year, I think you'll see that, her, she's trying to, her trying to go viral. I think she might, trying to go overboard, trying to get a little too far. And then you can start seeing some cheeks and armors of say, hey, you say you're a doctor of this and that and everything, a life coach. But are you just doing it for clout? Are you doing this for you get paid as well? Because you're on a high streak, and we see a lot of content creators that goes on high streaks and everything, and then later on they start to teeter and everything. So with her, I believe she's on a high streak right now. Getting on people's podcasts, trying to go viral with that and such forth. But at the end of the day, next year, I think she's gonna try to go overboard with trying to be viral, and then you're gonna start to see her slowing down a little bit more.
Now, but shout out to Ashton Williams, the creator of the Shiesty Avenger, is also in the building. He will be going live right after that. So, guys, when we are about to end, sit tight. Hold on. YouTube gonna send you guys right over to his channel. So, guys, make sure y'all don't leave. Go ahead and subscribe to Ashton Williams channel. Today is Wildin' Out Wednesday. It's gonna be a hell of a show. So, guys, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Big Blur is in the building.
Big
Jordan and Hakeem, I ain't gonna lie. That lady is fine.
Yeah, she is. She bad.
She bad. I like them legs though, but to me it's just, I don't know, man. I know she probably got a few. Did you gotta? And then the crazy thing is, Hakeem, somebody hit me up like, oh, I don't like how y'all guys are talking about serious situation about this lady here. So I had to unsubscribe. I said, okay, good, take care.
Right.
Who
You
said
think
that?
we give him?
Who
I'll
said
tell you
that?
later.
Who said that?
I'll tell you later. I'm like, okay, good. Take care.
Instagram?
Have a nice night. You get what I'm saying? You feel me?
It was on Instagram, Armani?
No, it was on Facebook. They're like, oh, watch it. I ain't like how y'all was talking to me. I was like, okay, take care. Take care of yourself. Moving forward. You get what I'm saying?
You probably got a crush on her. I said, why you talking about her, man? She's bad, man. She's smart. Why you not talking about her, man?
I'm like, we not even saying that. Hey, I can't enjoy. We ain't saying that bad. Like, it's not you know, man.
No.
You know how some people are, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Jordan. Moving forward.
All right, moving forward. Let's talk about Jaleel White. So, Jaleel White, I don't know if he's doing like a promotion or anything, but he was on a podcast and he was talking about how, Family Matters doesn't get the same recognition as other Black sitcoms. He said it's not a hood story. It's not a Black story. And he feels that, when it comes to like the Cosby shows, Martin Show, The Fresh Prince, Jamie Foxx shows, Black sitcoms have definitely hit, the mid 80s all the way to the, it's 2000s and everything. He felt like, Family Matters didn't get the same recognition as other Black sitcoms. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Hey, I can't send it to you in the back chat.
Yeah, and I see it.
GIF brand sometimes makes you feel like you don't completely belong in the pantheon of blackness. Blackness has been treated as a very monolithic experience in entertainment. If it's not a hood story, it's not a Black story. And, sometimes I feel left out of that, so it's like, like if there's ever a poll and they say, oh, what are your favorite Black shows? And, Martin is in there or Living Single or any of those kinds. I already know we coming in last. But if there's ever a poll and it's just like your favorite family shows and suddenly Martin's not in there or whatever, all of a sudden we rank really high. And so it's kind of interesting in how we look at ourselves, to be quite honest, even as Black folks. And somehow I became a symbol for being a part of the TGIF brand sometimes. Black male nerd culture, to be quite honest. I mean, I know this for a fact. Any brother that grew up in the 80s and 90s, well, 90s and 2000s, wearing glasses, he was told at school he looked like me. He was called Urkel. And he didn't look anything like me, guaranteed. But still, his peers would find a way to call him Urkel, and even girls to that extent. So it's really humbling to see how far nerd culture has come. And really, it's not nerd culture. It's smart culture. It's hobbyist culture. It's skateboarders. And I could never have known in a million years that I would be the face of that. I never could have known that. Black male nerd culture, to be quite honest. I mean, I know this for a fact. Any brother that grew up in the 80s and 90s, well,
so that was a Jaleel White's take about, Family Matters is not, being the highest praise of other Black sitcoms. Go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on what Jaleel White's saying about Family Matters is not up there with the other sitcoms?
Yeah, to me, I ain't understand because Family Matters is a classic. That was one of my favorite shows I used to watch, man. But I ain't gonna lie, towards the end of the season, that's when they kind of fade off a little bit because a lot of the characters started leaving and they started having contract issues and the writers, and that will mess it up. But all the seasons, to me, it told the story. It showed like a positivity of a Black family, a smart Black guy. I love the Family Matters. I don't understand. To me, probably Hakeem, you got to break it down to me because I don't understand. I thought it was one of the best sitcoms out of all times.
So here's the problem with Jaleel White that I have. He forgets he was kind of one of the issues why the family members stopped being good.
What you mean? Break that down.
So look at it from as you hear the story, going towards the end of this stuff, even though they was having contract issue, they started making Steve Urkel the face of the show. You get what I'm trying to say? And then a lot of them didn't really like that because the show started shifting. So he's trying to figure out why it wasn't the show. No, they started focusing on you instead of the aspect. It became too comedic, too funny. You know what I mean? Did I do that? So, you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of good stories in there. You know what I mean? You got a police father. The lady who plays the mom, she's from one of our beloved cities, Opelika, Florida.
That is correct.
She's from
Facts.
here. I seen her at the Arabian Nights Festival many
Me
years.
too. I met her person. She's a
Met her
sweetheart.
person, sweetheart. You know what I mean? And
Sweetheart.
listen, she
Facts.
comes from a big family here. Now here's the thing. Here's the problem. He wants that TV show to be known as ranked as the top black shows. That show wasn't polarizing like that. It's a top 5. It's a top 10. You're not gonna put Martin Living Single polarizing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be there? No, you can't be there. The show was for families. Martin was a cultural impact. Living Single was a cultural impact for people at that time. Oh, let's not forget a different
Muhammad
world.
said you cooking. Muhammad said you cooking. You cooking.
I was watching them shows at that time. A Different World.
Yeah, not a powerful show.
Top 5. Top
Top
5. It talked about black college life. How the family members you got a lot to compete. Your ratings wasn't even there. Then they shift you to different networks. I'm sorry, Jandil. It got too comedic at the end. Then the girl went upstairs and disappeared. Like, y'all was fighting over contracts. A lot of them don't like you because the show started being ruined because they focused on, because you was bringing the views. Let's get that straight.
It was, especially when he turned Stephon Arkell. That's another topic for another day.
But the aspect of it changed. I remember watching the family members growing up. There was some real deal lessons in there. I don't know if you remember when Eddie was trying to join the gang or something like that, was getting in trouble. It was some real gems in there. Oh, I forgot Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm sorry, man. Like, it's some juggernauts you got to go through. That's all I got to say.
For me, I don't know why this is a problem, because if you look like how many seasons that our Family Matter had, it had 9 seasons. That means it had more seasons than Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence had 5 seasons. Fresh Prince only had, I believe it had 6 seasons, 7 seasons. And there's other shows, you know, to me, if you got 5 or 6 more seasons as a sitcom, instantly success. I believe Living Single, they had 6 seasons and everything. So Family Matters had more seasons than Fresh Prince, you know, Living Single and Martin. But I think, you know, when it comes to Fresh Prince and Martin Lawrence, you know, they made Will Smith and Martin Lawrence into superstars, and to make it gave Will Smith and Martin Lawrence an avenue to do movies, to be big box office superstars and everything, because they could transition to acting and everything. When it comes to family members, I agree with you, Hakeem. It's top 5. It's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic.
You go up there with a Fresh Prince, The Cosby Show, Martin, Living Single, what's the other show? George, the Jeffersons, you know, and
Jefferson.
also.
Damn, what was the stuff with JJ in them?
Yes. It's a pause.
Stephen and Son. What was the
Good Times?
Good Times, yeah.
Yes.
There really not that many family shows, black family.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Remember, it was something different. That was I'm shocked it's not one of the top.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I feel like, you know, I think, you know, it is the reason why I think Jaleel White say that, because it didn't turn his career as like a Will Smith or Martin Lawrence or Bill Cosby like that, or turn him to, you know, turn the movies to be a superstar like that. But the thing is,
good point, Jordan.
We didn't see you like that, you know. We didn't see you as that way. We saw you got Steve Urkel, that kid, You know, you play other, you went into the machine, you play other characters as well, but we didn't see Jaleel White to say, hey, you know, after that, is he gonna do movies and like that? No, you know, he just kind of stuck at that level and everything, which is cool and everything. And I feel that, you know, but also comes to family members, you know, it not be the Martin Lawrence or Fresh Prince or Cosby Show, but still, everybody will say because of family members, oh, that's a classic. It's a classic. You know, we can't forget about family members. So I disagree with what you were saying about, you know, it's not being, you know, about not being, you know, as a time, because it is, you know, but, you know, it's just the other shows like the Martin Lawrence and Fresh Prince, you know, it just changed, you know, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, the Bill Cosby trajectory as them, you know, being, you know, being as a big movie artist, a big movie box office with Will Smith and Bill Cosby, and also Cosby Show and Bill Hill being one of the top comedians in the game and everything. So yeah, there you go, Natasha. You know, hang with the Coopers, that's a classic. Mark Gossett, a classic. Just...
I want to say, did I freeze? Oh no, that was Joy. I thought I froze.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Technical difficulties, but yeah.
He dropped down.
I think, like family members, I think it's better than Moesha. I think it's better hanging with the Coopers, Smart Guy, and other shows. But for me, when it comes to Martin Lawrence, you know, Fresh Prince, ain't touching those, because that, you know, those two shows, they definitely changed the game about, you know, of comedy and how we looked at like black families when it comes to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was kind of like, you know, the Cosby Show in the West of LA, and also with Martin Lawrence and everything, how him, you know, being in Detroit, having a radio show, and Martin Lawrence, you know, played different types of variety of characters. They have more of a range than Jaleel White. And we can see that, you know, hey, you know, since Martin Lawrence have this range when it comes to the show, he can definitely take it to the movie, to the movies, and which, you know, made multiple big box office movies.
Yeah, but hanging with Mr. Cooper, that was my show right there, boy. Boy, an instant class. Hey, Muhammad, I think you're something happened with your connection. You dropped. Yeah, but shout out to those right now watching us on Instagram, Facebook, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, and X. Thank you guys for tuning in each and every time we go live. Man, and remember, guys, sit tight, hold tight, because right after, it's going to switch you guys over to Wildin' Out Wednesday with the creator. You already know, the Shiesty Avenger, Ashley Williams. So, guys, sit tight. Don't go anywhere. When the show's over, they're going to send y'all right over there to Wildin' Out Wednesday. They go live pretty much each and every day at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Go right ahead, Jordan. Continue. Time is again.
Right. On to the next topic. Muhammad, if you want to come in, let's talk about the topic. We'll wait for you. We'll come back in. All right, let's go to the next topic. Let's talk about Jay-Z. So the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, you know, spoke on the relationship with Jay-Z and Rock Nation within the news with, you know, his civil suit for Jay-Z, and quoted that, you know, our relationship is not changing with them, including our preparation for the next Super Bowl, for the next Super Bowl. So with this, you know, with the lawsuit that came up for Jay-Z, you know, with a lot of partners and deals he would, especially with NFL came out today and said, hey, it doesn't hurt our relationship, you know. These are just, you know, they believe it's just a civil lawsuit and everything. It was nothing criminal. If it was criminal, maybe the NFL would have thought about something, maybe we thought about different about relationship. But the NFL came out to them and said, hey, you know, our relationship has stayed the same, and, you know, we will continue our preparation with him on the next Super Bowl. So I'll go ahead, I can play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
And Jay-Z's really strong response to that. We know that obviously the litigation's happening now, so, but from our standpoint, our relationship's not changing with them, including our preparations for the next Super Bowl. The first part of your question is how the relationship's evolving. I think they're getting incredibly comfortable with not just the Super Bowl, but other events that they've advised us on, helped us with. It's been helpful in the social justice area to us on many occasions. They've been great partners that have provided a lot of value for us. Allegations. And Jay-Z's really strong response to that.
So there you go. That was Roger Goodell talking about relationship with Jay-Z and Roc Nation, how it's not going to change, even though, with these lawsuits happening with Jay-Z, they're still cool. And, the NFL will continue with Jay-Z with the next Super Bowl. So go ahead, Ronnie, what's your take, even though the lawsuit came out with Jay-Z, when it comes to the NFL, with the entertainment Super Bowl, they're still cool, and the relationship will not be.
Of course. What people thought that the NFL gonna cut ties with Jay-Z? No, because remember, all this is just alleged. It's just all allegation. And remember, Jay-Z lawyers team even specify the person that pretty much did the black letter. Reveal yourself. Take me to court. Because I already told you it's gonna be a slam dunk case. Jay-Z gonna win the case. So it's like the NFL already know that. They're not gonna cut ties with it because they know it's business. It's different from P. Diddy. Remember when P. Diddy, like Hakeem stated on the last show, they have video recording. They have all these stuff on P. Diddy. That's why a lot of people cut ties with him. But the NFL, there's nothing. There's no video on Jay-Z at all. There's no evidence. All it is by he say, she say. That's it. So why cut ties with somebody that's benefiting me in the NFL? Doesn't make any sense. Go right ahead, Hakeem.
I'm gonna say this, and I wonder if Sophia is in the building.
She probably listening.
Sophia, I want you to listen. I want a lot of people to listen. This accusation is gonna change a lot. This one here. When he comes in, he wins, and we figured out this was a false accusation, it's going to make it tougher for women to come. This is what I was talking about the other day, where if you got ironclad, this now is going to make it real tough now, because now you're going to have to come with ironclad proof. We're going to now get into the era when you start attacking certain guys, and it's going to make it harder for the real accusations to flutter through, because anybody who's weaponizing this, ooh, Jesus. Listen, this one here, remember I said this today on December 11th, 2024. This is that accusation that's going to make y'all have to come with proof. And just believing what just y'all saying off is going to be harder. So women who's going to really going through this, gotta have, it's going to have to be the most embarrassing things you're going to have to go through. Rape kits, underwear. You're going to have to start to show it. Because Jay-Z say, you hear what I'm saying? Jay-Z say, reveal yourself and show me. Because the world will want to see. If this become a public display, she gave a false allegation, he was nowhere around, I feel sorry for y'all.
Yep. And it's sad because people that are victimized ain't gonna, it's gonna hurt against them. That's the sad part.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you attack somebody like Jay-Z, you're not just attacking him; you're attacking an entity. Jay-Z is big as one of the billionaires that you can get. Here in the United States of America, and if you're gonna file civil suit, make sure you have all you need to do to fight somebody like Jay-Z, because it's like I said, imagine you fighting, you're a video game, you got on extremely hard, and you facing like Bowser from the Super Mario Bros. Something like that, and he's super juked up and everything. You're gonna need to have a case to face somebody like Jay-Z. I think the NFL, looked over the lawsuit, looked over the case, talked with Jay-Z, talked with Roc Nation, and they say, hey, looking at this case and everything, and also the money that, Jay-Z has been generating for the Super Bowl, him having Usher and Rihanna and Dr. Dre and a few other people, like I said, like the Super Bowl halftime show has been generating a lot of money, even though the game has been good. These past Super Bowls has been this Super Bowl halftime show has been very, very good. These are, events with halftime show you're gonna remember. Usher did a fantastic job. Rihanna did a fantastic job while she was pregnant. You know, Dr. Dre, you know, 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, and Mary J. Blige, some others did a great job. But it had Super Bowl here in Los Angeles, and now Kendrick Lamar, you know, he's next up. And then after that, you know, Super Bowl, I think it's in San Francisco, you know, you probably get Taylor Swift in there. You get Taylor Swift in there, and you're, oh my God, that would bring general revenue if you had Taylor Swift on the 2026 Super Bowl in San Francisco and everything. So NFL, they all about their money, they all about the dollars, and Jay-Z brings dollars to the NFL. No point in blank and everything. So yeah, and when you start, put in a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit, some money grab, and I found out that you're gonna have to dismiss if the judge either dismisses this case or because Jay-Z's not gonna settle. He wasn't like Diddy. When there was a lawsuit and everything, like saying that he didn't settle it immediately. Jay-Z is gonna fight because the entity that he is and the people that he knows. And Hakeem is right. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be very difficult.
I just feel like, ever since the Diddy situation happened, that a lot of people feel like being more bold. It's like, okay, if we could take down Diddy, we could probably take out Jay-Z. If we could take down Jay-Z, what about the politicians we could take down too? So I think people are trying to be very, very bold. I'm putting these civil suits out and trying to take, eventually try to take out Diddy. I'll say, okay, we can take down Diddy and take out Jay-Z. No, Diddy's not no Jay-Z. Jay-Z is on a different level. Also being married to Beyonce, which everybody loves Beyonce. And the family that they have and everything. And and I feel like, maybe next year, we might not talk about something more. I feel like, this when it comes to the judge, the judge going to dismiss it because the evidence is not strong to convict Jay-Z and try to get money out of him. And there's no way that Jay-Z is going to settle because, he's a powerful man and he has powerful lawyers. And if you're a powerful man and powerful lawyers, they usually don't lose unless you find the feds. Other than that, when it comes to the NFL, they saw the evidence and they said, you know what, we're gonna stick with Jay-Z because he brings us money. Why would we cut Jay-Z if he brings us money? Period.
Yeah, but that's how it is.
Shout out to Marty. He said Reese's Pieces could be eyelashes, OnlyFans girl also. I don't know what he means, but okay.
I don't know what it means by that.
Me either. I didn't understand it. I was gonna ask you guys, do you understand it? I understand that comment.
Is he talking about Angel Reese or something like that? Because maybe he saw the title.
Oh yeah, Reese's Piece. Yeah, she probably talking about Angel Reese. She said Reese's Piece could be eyelash OnlyFans girl on Hustler.
Yeah, the part with it. Yeah, because they seen the title. Remember, it's trending in the algorithm, so they're like, okay, cool. So they clicked on it. But anyhow, man, so it's crazy, man. I would say Jay-Z, he has a battle, and I think the battle's going to be ugly. So I would say people sit back and relax. 2025 is going to be a crazy year. Guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time, like always. Special shout-out to Mimi being the first one in the building. And also the co-host of the Shiesty Avenger that will be going live right after us. So guys, sit back, relax, don't go anywhere. YouTube gonna send you guys right over there to the Wildin' Out Wednesday with the big brother, Ashley Williams, for the Wildin' Out Wednesday. It's gonna be. He got a dope topic tonight. I think he's talking about what let's see, dating in the black community again. Dating in the black community.
I might go over there, give him some juice, a little bit of juice over there.
Now that, but shout out to the lovely mom mother for gifting.
Whoa!
5 members share up.
Boom, bang, bang,
he gifted Jalen, Princess Cammy, Bob, Cartel, and Empress Vibe. I ain't seen Empress Vibe in a long time. Hey, Empress Vibe, I know she probably listening. Shout out to her, man, for tuning in. We really do greatly appreciate you, mom, mother. We love you so much. Like you say, we dog hard chaos culture radio fan. We are. And we're going to be the biggest thing on the planet. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad that was also in the building. Blessings be upon you. King Rooster was also in the building. The lovely Sophia Grace. Guys, make sure and subscribe to her channel. Jalen was also in the building. Thank you so much, Jalen, for being here. Shout out to those watching us on Instagram. You already know. Twitch.
Yeah. Twitch.
Kick. Facebook. Keisha Nelson from Facebook always coming through and holding us down.
Yeah. Yep.
Shout out to those watching us on X. We had 20 people watching us on X. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for coming through. Wasn't the time to say got a membership on your own, family. I agree. Guess what? Great way to support the platform, Natasha Vincent. That is right, man. Yeah, but Sophia channel, we painting on top of the chat. So guys, make sure you go and subscribe to her channel, show her some love, and make sure you guys sit tight, relax. YouTube gonna send you guys right over to Ashton Wearing channel, so y'all won't miss Wildin' Out Wednesday. And also, guys, I almost forgot. It's almost Hakeem's birthday in a couple of hours.
Yes, happy birthday to the man. Hakeem.
I was trying to announce that when a lot of people, it's almost Hakeem's birthday. Hakeem don't want to do nothing. He just want to sit back, relax, chill. Because I was trying to take him on a date again. He said, nah, bro. Last year was too much.
Too much.
Yeah, you did too much. This year, I just want to chill.
I ain't never been nowhere so fancy in my whole life.
And she like this year, I just want something simple. So,
yeah,
okay, cool.
That's fine.
It's Hakeem. It's Hakeem birthday week, and it's also Kendall birthday week. You know, happy birthday to these guys. They've been a very blessing to our lives, especially Hakeem by creating this platform. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. I didn't even know Hakeem was a Sagittarius until he told me his birthday day. I was like, oh my God. That's why he's so intelligent.
No, I'm intelligent.
I got so many stats around me.
Y'all make me intelligent. Y'all make me intelligent. That's what it is.
The mama say happy birthday, Hakeem. Yeah, Hakeem, don't forget to blow me. Yeah, man. Go to Chaos Culture Radio, description in the description where you can find the Chaos Culture Radio t-shirt where me and Jordan got on, the Chaos Culture Radio hat, and also the Chaos Culture Radio coffee mug.
He said,
hey, why has they take Hakeem to Pink Pony?
No.
Hakeem don't want to go nowhere. I thought I was going to take him to the strip club. He don't want to do nothing.
Listen, I'm older now, so I don't want my future wife to know that I've been dibbling and dabbling. So I'm retired.
Hakeem really retired. He don't want to do anything. He literally became an old soul.
I don't want to go nothing. I'm just waiting for my queen to put a ring on it.
Hakeem, man, your hands, bro.
My hands are a little bit rough. My hands are a little bit rough.
And now I'm going to go to Chaos Culture Radio community tab, in the community tab where you can find Prince Hakeem book. So guys, make sure to make him a best-selling author. It is his birthday week, so go ahead and get a copy of his book, Black Love. Not only that, I know he's working on his other, but it was supposed to be done before his birthday, but that got pushed back into next year.
Pushed back. Listen, this should let you know that it's taking me this long that it's not gonna be no AI written or it's a fake. It's actually written. And the album, I'm 3 songs away from finishing it, so it's taking a long time. Plus, I just recorded another one, waiting for it to get mixed. Then I got 3 more. Then, by the grace of God, heaven, Jesus, you might get it on Christmas.
And guys, make sure y'all become members. Because when you become a member, because when we interview Hakeem, it will be under the paywall.
It will be on the
And Chaos Culture Radio, we're gonna switch it up to next year. We're gonna start having stuff on the paywall so people won't see it. So if you're not on the paywall, you're gonna miss it. When we start traveling, Jordan traveling, me and Hakeem traveling. When we go outside, we about to be outside next year. So guys, be on the lookout. We're gonna be out, even for people that want to see Miami. We're gonna go around different spots in Miami and talk, have conversations with people out there.
Like
Jordan can do the same thing in LA. Go ahead.
I got a body cam I just bought. So when we start doing the Miami tours and stuff, and listen, we outside this year. That means Montreal, here I come. Montreal, listen.
LA, we coming to go see Jordan. Well, I always see Jordan in LA, but we will be over there in LA. So that I'm saying, so guys, make sure you become a member because this will be under the paywall. So we next year we finna hype it up for Chaos Culture Radio because that's gonna be all year.
Listen. All three of us are being Cali together next year. All 3 of us.
And then if Hakeem dates somebody, have your girlfriend on the paywall, be like, yo, baby, you want to be famous?
Yeah, and listen, I'm so fucked up. I don't even think I'm gonna get a girlfriend.
And I think I'm with you too, man. Like man, this shit crazy, man. But I ain't gonna lie, I want my girlfriend. I would like tell her like, yo, let's go on the paywall. They start acting a fool. You feel me? So I was like, it is what it is, man.
And what she say? Finalment, finalement.
LOL, Maurice.
No. Listen, Montreal, who we come. So listen, we listen, Natasha. We're gonna be at the cafe live with the camera. You don't got to be on the camera if you don't want to. But we're gonna do it. I'm in Montreal with the Queen.
But like always, man, we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Carol Culture Radio. We over and out.
Peace.
Peace.